Well, it's about 4 a.m. on a beautiful early morning here in South Georgia. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had much sleep, about that much. But anyway, it's all good. All good. It's five is the group. We've been watching them for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Deer season, hard time to trap hogs. A lot of migration, a lot of food sources out there with all the deer hunters. All the hunters cause the migration more than anything, just the human scent, shooting at hogs, all the above. But this group has kind of got a good spot where we're at. They've been coming twice a night. That's what we'd like to see. So they might come, around 10 o'clock, and then around 3 a.m., they'll come again. When we start seeing that twice a night thing, we know that they're digging what we got to offer. So went ahead and flipped the switch. Christmas is literally right around the corner. A lot of deer hunters hit the woods during Christmas, at least here in South Georgia. So good time for us to go ahead and take them before they get pushed off. And they'll come back at some point, but let's go ahead and start cleaning the slate. And because it's all about getting ready for planting season. And that is months and months and months away, but before we know it, it'll be right on us. So Tacoma's loaded, four-wheeler's loaded. The baby's waiting for me to put her back in the house. I got my hot chai tea ready to go. And give me a little bump, and Chow needs a bump, man, and then we're gonna hit the wind. So hang on, here we go. Well, we bouncing up this little gravel road, not far from the trap. It wasn't too bad of a ride this morning. It was, it's about, probably about 15 miles up here. We've trapped this property for years and years and years. A long time. A lot of hogs. This trap, there goes another buck. A lot of bucks this morning. I was sitting here sipping on my chai tea, coming up this little 2-lane blacktop road, and I looked out kind of the corner of the window, outside of the window here. God dang, there went my phone back. All right, there we go. We're back. High-tech phone mount and turned the wipers on, and I just saw something out of the corner of my eyes right next to a farmer's barn, and it was just a massive buck. He was running right down alongside the ditch with me. We were looking at each other, and he was a 190 class G6, 7, 10, 12s, and 13s. I don't know any of that stuff, never understood it. It was for us growing up, it was just about meat. It didn't matter. But yeah, this buck just ran out in front of us. So back to the story. We've trapped this property for years. Earlier this year, this trap produced a ton of hogs. Don't know why, just it did this year. I'm talking probably 60, 70 hogs in about 6 months. It was just crazy. But what we got to do basically is kind of park on the edge of a pecan orchard. We're going to ease through a pecan orchard. It's a pit cotton field. It's been mowed, but still got your little stobs sticking up. And then we're going to ease down through some woods. Been nothing outside the gate. Really clean. We tried to trap this group a couple nights ago, right after we got back from Arkansas, and it just didn't work. And we said it in that video, and we will say it in this video. If you go to trap a group and they're acting goofy and squirrely and like they're on red dye number 15, and somebody has them in, just quit, just stop, just scrub the mission, go back to bed, go do something else. If hogs that you've been watching, and we watched this group for probably 2 weeks now, if they get squirrely acting one night and that's the night you want to trap them, that's not a good idea. You're going to miss, and you're going to end up educating hogs what you're going to do. And we've learned that the hard way. It's smarter just to scrub the mission and just say, you know what, we're just going to wait. Hogs have a tremendous amount of social issues, and I don't think your average, person really understands the social issues that hogs have. After 25 years of doing this, that's one thing we can tell you is they have social issues. And size matters. You need a big ass trap. That's bottom line. And run it with a camera, of course. And they are a migratory beast. They have no loyalty, home range, nothing. food, water, cover all day long. That's what they need. And they may stay on one property and at night go over to the other property to get what they need and go back. So all that being said, I'm going to hush up. We're going to hit this pecan orchard and we're going to let it rip. We've got a good hour and a half before daylight, do a little thermal work, and go from there. So with that being said, hang on. All right, we're right here at the trap. They're bedded down. We ain't but about 30 yards in the trap, so we're going to start easing closer. It'll be dark for a little bit. Just hang on. Went ahead and grounded the thermal. They're sleeping. Hey now, that's not nice. Hey fellas. So this is a 12 panel Jager Pro. We don't recommend anything smaller than a 12 panel. Hi fellas. 3-leg on-time feeder, mine texting camera with an owl that does nothing except give the squirrel something to chew on. Now, strategically located under a big oak tree. And why would we do that? Acorns, natural food source. Not the oldest gate, not the newest gate. It's actually our favorite gate. It's the one in the middle. And over here we got a Jager Pro ice camera. That's pretty much it. So yeah, a lot of thermal work coming in. Why so much thermal work coming in? Across the road we have another Jager Pro trap. We have a group that has been using it for months. And the group keeps fluctuating up and down from 12 to 4 to 5. A white solo boar that pops its head in every once. It's all over the place. Hunting property right next door, so it's just kind of a mess. So she's pregnant right there. And a little boar, that little spotted guy's a boar. Looks like she's pregnant. So anyway, I need to go ahead and get them down. This trap, like I said, has produced a lot of hogs for us, done really, really well for us, especially this year. Don't know why. But it's kind of neat. Right back that direction is an old hog house. So as we know that a lot of our hog problems came from us, from hog houses, hogs just getting out. And, you know, especially an area like this. This part of the county has a lot of hogs in it, and a lot of hog houses around here back in the day. So multiple generations. But yeah, that one right there, you can see her belly hanging down. Not too much longer, she'll be dropping. So anyway, we're going to get on with it, because to be honest, I want to wrap up. It's about 35 degrees and I'm freezing, and I'm tired. I'm going to go home and go to bed. So let me get them down and we'll get you back on the program. Hang on. So they went down pretty smooth. You know, if you're new to our videos, 1022 platform, 22 subsonic, suppressed, laser sight, flashlight combo mounted to the rifle. You don't necessarily need to run suppressed, but you don't need to be pushing a lot of ammo out here, a lot of speed. It's all about precision shots, and the way to get a precision shot in the dark is a laser sight and a flashlight. I think the ones we run are about 120, 130 bucks a piece. Buy a decent quality one, mount it to the rifle, you're done. If you're trying to look through a scope or hold a flashlight up, you start missing and not hitting them just right, and it just makes a big mess. Strategic shots, take your time, and don't throw a lot of ammo, meaning just don't start throwing stuff, because all I do is they just start running like crazy. Just take a shot, take a breather, take another precision shot, take a breather. So anyway, we're going to buzz you around, show you the hogs. Life 360 up and running this morning, not advertisement. All of our systems, all 22 that we have up, bait sites, everything that has to do with the business is all in onX Hunt and Life 360. And so the bride, aka the boss, can go into Life 360 like she just did, because she doesn't know where I'm at. And then she can look and go, okay, this trap's called the pig pen. And she's like, he's at the pig pen, you know. But we also discuss like what systems are getting ready to be dropped on. She knew pig pen was one of them, and you know, another one we're looking at is called Spring Hill, you know. And so she's like, okay, I know he's probably going to be at one of them, because that's kind of how we do it. We always watch the systems, and then we start going, hey, this is the next one that's going to go. And so there's a science to it. So let me buzz you around and show you what we got. So as I said, very pregnant sow. She's going to drop here pretty soon. I'm pretty confident that is another, which is definitely a sow, but I'm confident with that little bit of a belly she's got. She's got some babies in there. Definitely this girl right here. Definitely. She's pregnant. And then that's a little boar. And then actually this spotted one, I really don't. It's another little boar. So 2 boars, 3 pregnant sows. Good lick. Very good lick. So we're gonna walk back up through the cotton field, grab the four-wheeler, bring it down. This trap was just hit for maintenance about a week and a half ago, so no need to do any kind of maintenance. We'll test the system, and then we're gonna put it in the wind. So hang on. All right, so we got them all lined up for our picture. Again, nice little group of hogs. We're going to go ahead and get them out of here, and just go ahead and test the system. And also test the feeder. We're kind of looking at the amount of corn on the ground. Normally we get about 6 months out of a set of 10 lithium batteries on an on-time feeder. And we write that literally on the side of the, right there. But sometimes, you know, you might get one lithium battery that's got a little issue. We did a video on this recently where we've had some squirrel issues, and we did this wet dry tar for like a roof, and it's worked really well to keep the squirrels off of that corner that goes all the way around. And so far so good. So we're going to go ahead and get them out of here, test, reset, and we'll get back to you. Hang on. Well, we are headed home. As you can see, kind of over there in the corner there, the sun's starting to peak up. It's about 7 a.m. Been kind of a long night. Really cold here in South Georgia, 36 degrees. That is really cold for us. I don't like it, I ain't gonna lie. I think it actually frosted. So anyway, just got off the phone with my landowner, real pleased. 3 pregnant sows and 2 boars. You know, it's almost Christmas, and we are literally, you know, I'm talking to my landowner that I work for. Multiple traps we run for this. He's a big farmer. You know, we're already looking at April and May. It's at the end of December. Proactive hog control. We've worked for this man since, I think, even before we were official business, we worked for him. And so he gets it. And that's where it's at, in our opinion. Semi-permanent traps and rocking and rolling. We've got another system that we're looking at probably dropping on tonight. Almost dropped on them just a smidget ago, but it had pushed us going in at daytime. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm just tired. And we finally got them calmed down. So I'm gonna wrap up with this. When you're looking at these holidays, when you're looking at Thanksgiving, you're looking at Christmas, and you're looking at New Year's, if you do what we do, that you need to be dropping gates, intelligently dropping gates prior to those holidays. Why is that? lot of push from the hunters. You know, Bubba comes home for Christmas and brings his friend, and Susie Q's got her new boyfriend, and Billy Bob and Fred Flintstone, and they're all eating gummy bears and eggnog, and they're all hitting the woods. And what happens? It pushes hogs all over the damn place. So you know, like this group here, we've been watching them for 2 weeks. If we'd have waited till maybe the day before Christmas, there's a good chance they're going to get pushed off somewhere. They're going to come back. Maybe one missing, one's got a bullet through its ear or whatever, you know, and so we go ahead and take them. Those holidays are very, very big for us, meaning we got to watch what we're doing. There's a real science to all this, and I get it for your average landowner. It's not a science. You know, what they're looking at is, hey, I just need to trap some hogs. But for us, it's a science. Intelligent hog trapping is what we get paid to do. Trap intelligently, not just trap hogs. It's not hard to flip that switch on that Jager Pro app, but you got to use a lot of discipline. But when you're learning these groups and you want to make sure your groups are still there, you know, watch out for these holidays that are coming in. Kind of once New Year's blows on by, the deer hunters kind of trickle off, and then we can get back to what we really want to do, which is drop a lot of gates. So all that being said, we got to put a bunch of crap up. We got to pull a big four-wheeler off the micro hog trailer. We've got some issues with the micro hog trailer, so I'm going to back it into the welding shop. The boys promised me they're going to get on it today and make a few minor modifications, adjustments. We're having some expanded metal issues, and then I'm going to take a shower. Ate my big ass salad a long time ago, and man, I'm gonna get up underneath the covers and call it a day. So with that being said, appreciate the support. Please give us feedback. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and spread the love, not the hate.